Gangnam Style.
Hey, thank you for coming to the Mega64 panel.
And to Gamedays, Jesus, thank you.
Yeah. Our panel was especially like crazy because it's at the very end.
Yeah. We tried to fill the day with the most unbearable panels possible. So force you out of here.
Just to
Test your commitment to us.
Yeah.
You don't know us.
Yeah, we just want to look good by comparison, because.
No, that's a joke.
That was nice.
You're all staring in stunned silence.
Seriously, that was so cool for Pro-CD to do that, and Doug seriously has been like a dream guest for me. Like I've always wanted him to be here. That was like really incredible. So.
Yeah, if you guys agree with them.
Years.
Thank you guys.
Somebody raise your hand.
Nice.
Okay, you, second row with the glasses. What was your favorite part of today so far?
Seeing everybody.
Seeing everybody.
Nice faces, all press on the flesh.
This guy never gets to see anybody.
Every year.
Yeah, they let you out today.
Okay.
We have some more prizes to raffle off here.
Here's a good one. This is a winner. I don't know if anybody here got that cool lunchbox that we had, but this is a special version of it. There's only one, and that's because Derek beat the hell out of it. When he found out, I gotta do it. I know it's tense, but we gotta call Eric to the stage right now. Eric, can you come up here? Can you come up here?
Tremendous tag team champion with a height of 5 foot 5 inches.
Yeah, what the fuck? You boys.
So we should say actually, Patreon people were getting these posters that say, "Have you seen me?" and it's Eric. That was supposed to be the RTX poster this year, and we were gonna plaster them all over the con, but UPS lost them, so I hate the UPS now.
He's gonna be like secretive the whole time we hung out with you that weekend.
Yeah. My favorite part on that poster is in that Eric is 5'5".
I know
He's not.
the worst.
He looks like he is, so it makes sense.
The worst part about it is that I had somebody point me to it that there were people on Twitter and some guy was like, "No, yeah, he's really 5'5". And it's like, hey, fuck.
It's like, was it close enough that it's like it could be real, but definitely not 100% 5'5".
So Derek, when he found out about what Derek did, he took it out on this. So you guys have any words for each other? I mean,
Well, to be clear, Eric didn't do anything. My anger is at Rooster Teeth.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Eric,
So is it?
I love. Rooster Teeth, I hate.
Are there any other Rooster Teeth employees here that can sell
I
this?
think there's a few.
I think it's one.
Two, I know.
Oh, really?
They're not raising their hands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you, Ray. Thank you, Ray.
What does that mean?
Well, we have a lunchbox for you later.
Well, someone's gonna get this one right now. So, okay, yeah, you want to draw?
I already did. 3, 7, 8, 4, 0, 1.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Now, the question, did you like Gamedays?
Yeah.
Okay, have fun explaining that to I'm going a step further. You're going to get it out and you're going to take that out and look at it and go, where the fuck am I going to put this?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Enjoy that.
Eric, we got you here. Is there anything, is there anything you want to say while you're here on the stage?
Yeah.
You're back in good company.
Uh-huh.
You're free of the clutches, that kind of snatch you up like talons, so anything you want to say?
I just want to say,
it's a free speech zone.
yeah. Oh, this is, I can say anything.
Anything.
Okay, cool. Rooster Teeth first accounts, you guys sign up. Check out. I'm official Rooster Teeth employee. warps your mind.
What a heel.
It turns you into an unlikable, despicable, unloyal.
You know, I was gonna say some nice things about Eric, but I don't think I'm going to. I really don't think it's enough money. No, it's great. Hey, I'm really happy Eric's here. I honestly was like really stoked he was coming. So thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric.
Eric,
I'm trying to burn you with your vacation time.
did they let you write this off?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's a business expense.
He told me earlier we actually have to mention Ruby at one point. So yeah, Ruby.
I'm okay with that.
Whoa, crazy Ruby. All right, we did it. There you go. It's all right out.
Check it out. It's spelled Ruby if you want to look it up. I don't get it, but that's how it is.
All right, you want to do another one?
Yeah, we got another prize.
Oh, okay. We have one more Aquabats gift. These are all first run pressings of the Fury of the Aquabats, the Floating Eye of Death, and Yo Check Out This Ride EP.
378-443.
Okay, maybe the Floating Eye of Death isn't in there. I may have been wrong on that. If you find it, we'll let you know.
Yeah, Pirate Bay, it'll hook you up.
Okay, we have one more. You know, on the subject of, we were just talking about Eric. There is, you know, he had a very, very special contribution to our Cell Saga in 5 minutes video. We couldn't have started that video without him because we had to kill him immediately. And this is the screen used version of Eric. When we were filming that, I remember when we were putting the video together, we used pre-used footage of Eric, and I remember thinking, I told Eric, I was like, people are gonna think this is some passive-aggressive thing at you. Because it was right after he had moved, and we killed him immediately in our new video. And sure enough, yeah, I got tons of emails that were like, dude, Rocco, you're so petty. I was like, watch DBZ, dude. Anyway, okay.
378-621.
All right.
And we will sign it later for you. If you want. Maybe you don't. Do we have anything else?
We definitely have more. Do you want to do Q&A or do you want to do some more prizes?
It's up to the people.
We'll do one more raffle for now.
Alright, surprise. Good one, Sean.
Yeah. Okay, so we kind of gave away one of these props before, but this is an even more special version. It's a fake Xbox, and this one is designed to make it look like you could strap it to your stomach.
This is from the tummy ache video.
It's supposed to look like it's coming out of your gut.
This is the Xbox that was impaled in Rocco's stomach. Going home with lucky ticket holder number 378687.
All right.
You will have a worst Xbox one you've ever won. The worst one.
How can you imagine? I can't even imagine.
Yeah, this is like a perfect Halloween costume for next year. There you go.
I want to see wear that tomorrow. Well, do you want to take some questions?
Sure. Let's do some Q&A. If you want to ask us anything, you can line up right here. Microphone, the right side of the room.
I just want to say, honestly, I'm looking at this room, like, it's fucking packed. You guys are awesome. You guys came from all over the world. Like, thank you so much for coming to this place. This is the greatest meeting of the year. Like, I'm so stoked to be here.
Thank you guys for showing up.
Thank you for all the
guests.
guests, too. Yeah. Thank you so much. For all the guests, all the crew that we have here. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, are we ready for the first one?
Ready.
All right, hi, it's an honor to ask the first question. So it's a repeat from what I asked Percy B this morning. Uwu or owo?
What? You asked this twice now?
Like the faces, like uwu and owo.
Oh my gosh, this is darker than the thing we talked about.
I need context.
I need a translator. What?
Should I like type them?
Like emoji faces?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go
Definitely
with
Eric.
Shouts out to Awu.
I say Yahweh.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Really? Hell
Finish it
yeah.
off. How's it going?
This one goes to Derek.
Okay, but you're gonna have to top that last question.
Good luck.
Can I get one of your famous screams?
Oh, I don't know.
First, I'm sorry that microphone was set to Eric's height. Just a joke. I can do a scream, I suppose. It's been a while. I don't know. I scream real loud, I guess. I'll scream loud for it. If you want to hear me scream loud, I'll do it. Yeah.
Give us what Rocco should have given
I have-
Buxton.
I have to get to the what I call the screen space. It's the mental space where these screams come from. It's like a dark place in the recesses of my mind. Hold on. I think of like spider webs and dark clouds. I don't think you need a microphone. You're right. Nobody wants to let the front desk know
It's all okay.
that we're all okay.
It was a blog afterwards, so it's kind of like the same energy.
Yeah. Tell them we just booked TanaCon 2 here. And that was the hotel manager hearing the news.
We haven't even talked about that. This is where TanaCon happens. This was this venue.
They wanted to put 10,000 people in this room.
And then they lied and said that the hotel told them that it would fit 5,000 or 10,000, right?
Like, where do you think that hotel exists? Like, what? Anyway, so we like to think of ourselves as like a better TanaCon.
We're a better TanaCon.
Yeah. So far, the hotel is stoked that these YouTubers seem to be.
Well,
Smaller but better.
I love that every video of them explaining themselves with the TanaCon thing was like, no YouTubers have ever done this. No one's ever done an event like this. So of course it collapsed. It's like we do it every year. No problem.
Exact same spot.
Exact same spot. Anyway, there you go.
RTX. Okay.
Yeah.
They do it too. All right.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I think this is gonna be more of a Roscoe question, but anyone's free to
Hell
answer. I know you've gone to Gary Pommy and perfume concerts before.
I just got tickets to the next perfume concert.
And so I was wondering, like the producer, you also talking to Kata, I was wondering if you're also a fan of his band Capsule.
You know what? I'm told about that all the time, and I've never like made the time to listen to that.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, everyone said it's good. So
Yeah, we'll have to get
But if anyone wants to talk about like what Japanese music they like, and maybe everyone else I'll give everyone else a chance to answer the question.
Yes. Thank you.
give him a minute. Give him a minute.
So many are flagging my mind.
Yeah, just, your favorite.
Just have to
You
stick
can
it
tell
out.
during a whole English song, it's okay.
What do you think? I'm basic? Yeah.
I honestly wasn't paying attention. And so what? You don't even know what's happening.
Just got quiet for Sean, and he doesn't understand why.
Favorite Japanese music?
Oh.
Think. Album is Golden Apple Seeds by Nippon Shoelace Attack. It's the band. Garrett?
It's obscure, I like it.
Yeah.
It's a deep.
Hip guy.
Deep cut.
Don't do mainstream Japanese music.
I'm more familiar with stuff that's going to be in an anime soundtrack and opening or something like that. So I would say The Pillows.
Yeah.
It's very rock and roll. I mean, it's good stuff.
Who did the second theme song to Death Note?
Oh yeah.
Oh, maximum level.
Yeah, I changed my answer to that.
Good change. Are you Googling? Fun.
Here.
He really cares.
I don't
I
know.
appreciate that.
I don't.
Just name some.
Hey, Rob, who did we see live that one time?
Puffy.
Puffy and Yui?
Yeah.
It's on live. The Killing guy.
Oh, duh, Yoko Ono, thanks.
Thank you. Final answer. All right, next question.
I knew it was in there.
This is more of a favor, actually. Sean?
Oh.
Stacy was working the front counter while you were telling your story, and she couldn't hear any of it.
He got in trouble last time. He got disgusting on the stage.
That was a one-time thing. If you were late, you missed the finger wave story. Sorry, you missed it. You've never seen it again.
No, I recorded it. You get it.
Oh.
Get your copy. Get your copy.
We're gonna do like an HTC Vive recreation of PlayStation VR version of the story.
It's gonna be at the Void in downtown Disney. You'll be able to walk. Never mind.
You wash your hands after. Sorry.
Is there anything that you really miss about the sort of early 2000s era of the internet or making videos that has maybe changed nowadays?
Yeah.
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 You know what? Maybe social media isn't so great. It's so much people yelling. Everyone's yelling at the same time, like the same thing, and just nonstop yelling. But back then, you couldn't yell. It was just you created something, and then that was really it. And like, maybe there were comments, but maybe it was just like you really had to look for the negativity, and now it's thrown at your face daily. And it's so stressful.
For me personally, it's that YouTube is this like shit cable show now. Like, you know, I used to go on there and the stuff on the front page was just off the wall. And that's what I loved about it. It was this rough around the edges thing, you know? And it was an escape from TV, and now it's TV, you know? So that'd be mine.
What do I miss from 2002? Taking Back Sunday. Enough said.
Napster.
Napster.
A good example of like the reactions you used to be able to get were in the end of that Adult Swim reel, you jump out the freezer in Costco, and that guy genuinely gives you a good reaction. You know, people sure are strange these days. Sure have problems these days. Nowadays, people see the camera out and they're like, oh, this is a YouTube thing, I'm not gonna give a response. And you don't get as many reactions as you used to.
Yeah.
Filming in public, for sure.
Because before, having a camera was a novelty, and now everyone in this room has an HD camera in their pocket.
People would get excited if they saw you had a camera, like, oh, you filming stuff? Oh, can I do this?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
So there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bahamas.
Official pronunciation, thank you.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, been a long fan. Glad to be here. I kind of have two questions, if that's.
All right.
So my first question is, have you ever thought of remaking your old videos since you have better equipment now? And, you know,
Well, we did that with the first episode of version 1. We reshot the whole
Yeah,
thing.
we did a remake of it.
So we have thought of that to answer your question.
the whole
Yeah.
version one, or just
The whole, the
The
first
first episode.
Oh, okay.
We reshot all the like acting segments. All the out in public stuff is the same, but all the like stage parts are brand new.
Yeah, okay.
Is that on Blu-ray have it, or isn't it on the DLC Blu-ray?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, we have that DVD actually here.
But I've always wanted to like, personally, our Tetris video, I wish it would be cool to like reshoot that in a way that it was a little more dynamic and, you know, I mean, I don't think I actually plan to do that, but you know, I guess if there was anything to do that. And honestly, the Resident Evil 4 video should have went to more than one location. That was the plan. We were gonna do all this stuff, and then we went there, and then the cops.
Yeah, it's all we
But that's all I can think of.
And then my next question is, which role or character for a skit or video did you really get into? So like, I noticed for you, Rocco, you really got into Ezio, and you never broke character, but what was another character or role that you really got, like you just didn't break in?
Really good. I really liked playing Notch.
Yeah.
I really did. I wanted to keep coming back to. They had us do that video for Minecon, and I wanted them to keep inviting us back. No, well, not anymore, but I just loved playing that role. And you know, with the hats, and I was just giving away. I was giving away money. People were happy to see me. It was just like, this is great. No one hates me. It's nice. It's nice to feel that for once, you know. Anyway.
For me, there's a couple, but the one that jumps to my mind is the character Ferp. I don't know what happened to this person, but we always used to be Facebook friends with this guy who would just post the most. I mean, the Ferb character is me just imitating this guy's Facebook posts.
Yeah.
He would post in like all caps, and I would just read them in that voice because that was just like in my mind. That's how he sounded with the things he was saying. It was all that kind of stuff. So the Ferb character was really just me venting my not frustration with this Facebook friend, but just amusement at how strange of a person they were online. So for me.
I think that person died.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm not joking. I think they died.
Oh no.
Yeah, they were not doing well.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I keep ruining this.
That lives on through you.
Oh yeah. I should feel the channel spirit.
Yeah.
I definitely had the easiest time and the most fun with Strife from the Fuck Fest.
That was acting.
Yeah, that was just after 6 p.m.
The easiest for me is being Marcus and just, you know what's funny is I don't even realize, this is stupid. I didn't even realize that it's me. So like, I watched things that Marcus said, like, that was funny. I said that? You said me? You get mean. I get mean and I said those really quick letters that I feel like in my real life I could never come up with. When I have that puppet in my hand, I got it. That and then at this point, being Todd and Aaron, like that's so like that's not hard anymore. I got it. Like, I figured it out in a second at this point. You've asked me times. So, that's the hardest thing when you do like a new video, a new character, trying to find that character's voice and like just jump in and be that. But you know, once you do it long enough, you just pick it up and you figured it out. So thank you.
And I'll leave with this. Who has the biggest dick?
If that was your only question, you would have got the answer.
Yeah. Well, TV, that was fucked up.
Yeah.
It is Kevin, but I'm not.
I actually have a question to pose, because since I just realized this has never happened, is that scene that we showed earlier, you know, the scene that we showed. The security guard is watching this old school video. We have snuck that video into so many productions. That's like a running gag. And it's my brother's history class Civil War video. And we just keep sneaking it. It's in the Aquabat Super Show. If you really hunt for it, it's in there. But he's never been here when we've shown it. Dominic, what's your take on that? Like, what did you guys That's the battle.
Thank you, sir, for your hospitalities.
Famous quote. Anyway, I just want to get his feedback. Okay, what do you think?
You want to do another raffle, everybody?
Yeah, let's raffle it over.
Both of us.
Together?
Oh, nice.
Okay.
We did a Mirror's Edge video a long time ago. Skip. Here's one of the shoes that I wore. I found this shoe. It doesn't fit me. That was so uncomfortable. It's very small. We found it recently, and I signed it. Like, why did I sign this shoe? I don't remember doing that. So.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Do you know what happened to the other one?
No.
No.
I lit it on fire for
Yes.
Goku.
Yeah,
There was which version of Goku saying
Super Saiyan 15 or
it
20.
was a flaming shoe? It's the other.
Okay.
So the brothers.
We got it because it's size 11, but this is a women's 11, I guess, and I'm saying.
We learned a lot.
Ticket number 378625. 625. Nobody?
You could have one shoe.
It was.
Oh, IDW Games.
Oh, she's on the other foot.
I hit him in the head. I'm so sorry.
How dare you?
Oh, that one.
All right, do we have another raffle prize here?
Okay, this has a lot of pieces. But a very tragic scene in our Dragon Ball Cell Saga in 5 minutes video was the destruction of Android 16. These are all pieces of Android 16. And if you put them together, you get the figure. I
You
mean,
can like a bunch of like foam blocks and stack them up and position them to where you have like
make it like modern.
action figure. This thing's going home with the person who has ticket number 3786332. 632. We're just gonna remove the mailing address from the
Yeah,
box.
so like, I'm like, that's like an Amazon thing.
It's all yours. All right. So what do we do now? Another round, or are we taking
One
questions?
more, yeah,
One more.
What's that? You do that?
Yeah, okay, yeah, let's do that. This is, we did a promo video for a device called the Moga.
What did the Empire say about this next thing? This thing doesn't suck. This is a joke in the video.
I really enjoy this.
This is open. Okay. For the broken Moga. 378 4 1 1 411. His Your life is forever changed. You'll never forget this moment.
Yeah, you got the Moga.
Your grandchildren will cherish that someday. Yeah, all right, last one. Frown.
This is one of Sonic's rings.
That's right, this thing has been to Vegas and the bottom of the pool. 378 4 1 6. All right, that's enough for now, I think.
Okay,
Let's
next
go to
question.
some questions here.
This is a question for Sean. That you're both a father and working in the entertainment business, how has it been trying to balance, the busyness of a very inconsistent schedule? And what would you really wish to sort of change, maybe in the whole entertainment sort of sphere of influence or just your life to make it easier as a father?
Oh, wow. Life advice. Yeah, it is hard to balance everything, having 4 kids and filming activities and also doing this, but this job is, I'm lucky, it's very flexible with time, and so I don't know, I think I'm super lucky to have this job and have these kids at the same time. It's super fortunate for me. I don't know, I don't even know how to answer this question, I'm sorry. What? Yeah, if you do a podcast. It's just, that's the thing, is like, there are certain things that like, I'm doing this, I'm out of town sometimes, but like, for the most part, I'm always at home at night with my kids, and that's pretty lucky, so. Thank you.
I remember when like you first had kids, and I remember people were writing stuff online that were like, oh, well, I guess that's it for Sean. Not gonna have time for Mega64 anymore. I guess he's out.
Yeah.
And it was like, why would he leave his job once he had kids? Like, oh, okay, I got kids. I better leave this job. I can't. No, better not work.
Sawyer, who is 6 now, she was saying, it's so cool that people make YouTube videos. Yeah. Do you know that that's my job? It is? Are you serious? Yeah. Do you know that's what we do when we go to the studio and we see all the filming and we're making, you are? Yeah. She had no idea.
That's awesome.
Hi there. So first I want to thank you for bringing in ProZD and DJ Doug Pound. They were fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you to those guys.
And the reason I bring it up is I'm curious, you said how much DJ Doug Pound is an influence on your work.
Yeah.
What work do you think is most influenced by his editing?
Oh, cosplayers, absolutely. I mean, that was a total rip of his style. Like back then, like that was a video that by the way, that was the 10th cosplayers video.
Wow.
And that was the first one was just meant to be this thing. We owed a video to IGN, and we had nothing. And it was like the night before, I'm like, whatever. I dug up all the convention footage I had, and I just edited it crazy, you know, and he was a huge influence on that. And now we just keep making more because it's fun, you know. But that totally, I think. Thank you.
Hey guys, you've been in your new studio for a while now. I was wondering if there's any way that you've customized the space, like you've all got your own offices. Is there anything that you've really like indulged in?
Yeah. My chocolate. Yeah. No, my office. I wanted to go even further. Like every time someone looks at my office and goes, "Oh, you can't fit any more like toys in here," I take that challenge and I go, "I'm gonna double the amount." So I think I'm pretty like proud of how many I fit in there. Like I brought the full-size Ninja Turtles diorama like of the city and made that work. I was like, you know, proud moment for me.
Badass.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know, I think we really have kind of finally moved in, like, everything, now that the new podcast is.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
podcasts have fleshed everything out.
Yeah, that kind of is, like, it feels like it's a complete thing now. There's a couple little more things, you know, a couple things we still want to work on, but, like, you know, we really have made it our own. And it's so nice.
There's a couple sets we haven't shown off yet, too.
Yeah.
It's really helped us, that new space.
To have our own offices. Holy shit,
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah,
Oh
oh
my
my
god. So, yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Hi. Mind if I ask 2 questions, or is
Go right ahead.
That was your first one.
That was nice.
First one's for Sean. Is there going to be a new Sean May anytime?
No, Sean May, no. I just really hate anime. No.
Have you ever seen an anime that piqued your interest at all?
No.
Come on, now I had you watch Cowboy Bebop.
Right.
You didn't think that was good at
That
all.
was alright, it was okay, and I honestly liked the intro a lot, and that was like, cool. But then after the show, I was like,
Oh,
oh, it's just, I really
That is so
believe
gross.
there is a moment in, this is, like, we've talked about this before, but like, when Rocco called me out for not knowing Kaji died, that was the first anime I've ever watched in my life, and the first time he gave me a shot, and after that, I was like, you know what, I'm done.
Yes.
I'm never watching anime. Fuck anime. I did it for him. I regret watching it. I'll never watch it.
I feel like
That moment really, it did. That moment is like, you know what? If I'm just, not fuck it. I'm not gonna watch this. So,
You're so excited over things like King of the Hill, though.
I love King of the Hill.
What's the anime that's most like King of the Hill? For Sean. Anybody? Wow, I thought we had anime fans here.
Raven the Fireflies. Like I got the Blu-ray. You can borrow it. You'll like it. You'll like it.
If you like anime, that's great. And more power to you. I just don't. You'd rather watch it, and I want to give that guy the
You know what it says? You know what it says to me? Because that's a valid genre. And here's the thing: what that says to me, what he just said, is my opinion matters so much to him that when I said it upset him to the core. So really, that's all it is. So you know what, Sean? You're forgiven. So enjoy anime. I pardon you.
Yeah.
Enjoy anime again.
If I can think of like the times I was the most mad in my life, that's on the list. That's like my top, maybe in my top 10, at least, maybe 5.
But you know, I told
I
you.
still get mad thinking about it. Asshole.
Well, but he was like a main character, and then he wasn't on the show anymore.
Then everyone's crying because he died.
It's like they show a gun.
I'm too stupid to understand it, so that's why I watch it. There you go.
He looks up and there's a gunshot.
Right.
And then everyone's crying.
Yeah, I'm a moron. Yeah, I don't get it. So sorry. Anyways, there's your next question. Let's go wait to answer it.
Let's go from like 5 characters to 4. I'm like, that's going on.
So it's all it's all listen to the voice channel. She was crying.
Alright.
Second one's real quick.
Oh yeah, second question.
Sorry. Will Return Fire ever make an appearance again on the podcast?
I don't know. That was kind of brought negative vibes kind of. You know what I mean?
Like, honestly, Return Fire started from a place of comedy. Like, there were people who were saying these really aggressive things to us, and they leave a comment and they walk away, like, got them. And we're like, no, like, we get to respond. You don't just get to walk away.
Yeah.
But then we had the same kind of mentality of, we got you, and then we walk away. But then they would comment back, and it just went back and forth.
Hate begets hate.
Yes. So we took the pious route.
Yep.
All was forgiven. So probably not. Probably not.
Intro.
What? Oh, the intro.
Well,
We should was the intro.
We should play the intro just for fun. I worked really hard on it.
Deserves more.
All that CGI.
I'm worried about this next question.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna do it. I could do it. I have a real question.
Okay.
What is your
I'm
favorite?
more worried than ever right now.
It's not bad. What is your favorite defunct YouTube channel? Like a YouTube channel where you wonder what happened to them, where are they now?
Oh yeah.
From back
YouTube channel. Damn.
You know, I would say Ted Krusty.
No, but they're still
But
doing
there's a
stuff.
going, right? It's not dead. No.
You know, yeah, somebody just said equals 3. Ray William Johnson, his channel, there's nothing going on there anymore. And it was my least favorite YouTube channel, but it gave us like almost like inspiration. Like you would sit down and he'd have the top video on YouTube and it would be like, check out this squirrel, I hope he doesn't get AIDS. And it was just like, this is it, and it just sparked this fire. Like, I just have to make something good because I can't let this stand. Do you know what I mean? And then when he gave up, it was like, should I give up? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I miss we always say RJW, and that's not it.
Ray Johnson Williams.
Ray Johnson Williams. I got that from Garrett. Damn. Yeah.
So mine is like, it's not a comedy channel, but my girlfriend introduced me to this channel, but it's not on anymore, but it was this YouTube channel called Anxiety War. Holy shit.
Oh, wow.
So anybody ever heard of Anxiety War?
No.
So this guy, it was basically, so this guy, To Catch a Predator went off the air, and he said, I'm just gonna do it on my YouTube channel. And he recreated To Catch a Predator, and he would go online and he would set up these meetings, and one of them, oh my God, it was the greatest single YouTube video. It was an artistic masterpiece. He set up a meeting with a blind man, and he was posing as a 13-year-old girl. And he's like a 22-year-old guy, but he goes to meet a blind man. And he's filming the video the whole time. It's like a 30-minute video, and he like knocks on the door, and the guy opens up. He's like, hello, I'm here for our meeting. And he goes to the house, and he's like exploring the house. He's like, oh shit, there's a shotgun over there. This is all real. It's all real. He did a bunch of them, and then he always like confront. He does Chris Hansen style. Like at the end, he's like, okay, I'm here to confront you. He pulls out the camera, and I guess like MTV offered this guy a TV show, and he's like, no, I don't do this for money. I only do this, to cash.
Here.
But then he like got into legal trouble. The channel's gone. All the videos are down. It's just gone now. We can't find it anymore. So Anxiety War was good.
It's re-uploaded. Okay.
Well, there might be some re-uploads. Come on, tell me if you find the blind version.
Inside an online predator's home disguised as a girl.
Okay, so the video's up. You can look it up for yourself. God bless the internet.
I think he's still posting, but Raymond 14 just he got older and got scary. It's like Charles Manson screaming nonsense at you. So I fall off the Raymond 14 trail.
No,
That's fine.
No. I miss Harpo Jarvie.
Thank you for your question.
What, should we raffle? Question? I gotta hear this guy's question.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, what's up?
So I was curious. Actually, I just came with a question while I was in line. But anyway, I was curious if, like, in some alternate future, Universal or 20th Century Fox wanted to make a reboot of Mega 64, what A-list actor would you want? to play your respective characters?
Well, how it works in Hollywood, you don't just pick your actor. Right? You say, I have a role, give me a list.
Yeah.
They give you like 5 actors and you pick your favorites. So, 5-actor list, who could play me? I'd have to think of that. Well, all right, number 1, Paul Giamatti. He would do the acting, but if you want to nail the look, you got to go with Diesel. So he's number 2 on my list. Adam Driver's hot right now, so he can play me. Paul Giamatti, Vin Diesel, Adam Driver. If you want to give a newcomer a chance, Nick Jonas. He was great in Jumanji 2. Big old Jumanji 2 fan. And wild card.
Were you asking all like actors one to each play us? Or
That's the short list of who can play Derek.
I'll
go to the 4.
Who you got, Rocco?
I only have 1. I would want Matthew Fox, who was in Lost, because he had all those intense faces. Like people ask him, like, "Hey, what should we do about this?" And he would go like, "What are you waiting for?" You know? He should just gain weight and play.
You know who I would love to see play you? Seriously, Jared Leto. And Jared Leto does Joker updates as you, and does the voice, and does the damage, Ted.
Well, he writes idiot on his head.
That'd be my number 1 choice.
You have one too?
Oh, Chris Pratt. He's so charming. I would just love him. His brown in his eyes.
I think I'm into all the makeup and heavy prosthetics on Cameron Diaz, and we do a total.
I like it. Cameron Diaz with dreads.
That'd be cool.
Nice. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who would play Marcus?
Louis C.K., you know, he's give him like $50 at this point.
Roll a break.
Wash his hands. Okay.
Let's, you guys want to do another raffle? Several more. We just raffle off. Okay, yeah. We got.
This is from kind of an obscure skit, but it goes way back.
But I will say that I have fond memories of this because me and my grandma made this one night, and it took us forever to get it right. But it's the Sea Man.
You would wear this on your head.
You can wear this to Disneyland tomorrow, ask people interesting questions. Ticket number 378403.
That's me!
So, we have another ticket out for the way? Pull it out here. What's this next item?
This next thing is a little gross.
It's a little gross.
But it has maybe the deepest history with Mega64. This is...
And it's the least desirable.
Maybe. But there's some history here. This is a joystick, and this was atop the Mega64 system through all of version 1, 2, and 3. That they would sometimes
fire. It's disgusting and it's covered in dust. So
what was the most recent thing we filmed with this?
The last episode of version 3, probably.
Oh, okay.
The price tag is still on when we bought it.
Going home with ticket holder 378588. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you really cherish this.
We kept it in sand and going wide, so congratulations. What an honor.
To the beach.
I don't. Oh, you know what? We did it for the GDC video. I was playing with it at the beach.
Yeah, I was going like that. No, it wasn't
a
really.
GDC commercial.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
All right, one more item option.
We got 2 that are pretty.
Okay, this next one, this is a big one.
You're gonna love this.
This one is this a full outfit?
Full outfit.
This is a full costume.
Full costume.
From our Journey video.
You can have a mannequin, you can set this up in your living room. It's like the Mega64 museum right in your own home.
That's the hood and here's the dress.
It's a cloak.
Sorry.
378 580.
Where do you hide the
Okay, do it one more.
We have one left in total, so I don't know how much time we have for our panel.
Let's do this raffle.
You want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. The final item is another costume.
It's our costume, it's also the full costume.
Okay.
It is the entire costume of my Captain Bosch.
From Dalmasca. Barry from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, stay sweet.
So it's gonna look, no matter who you are, it's gonna look good on you.
That's right. Ticket number 378489. 378489. Going once. Oh! Congratulations.
Put it on. That's great. You don't have to do that.
What's up here if you want to? Okay, that's it for the raffles. Let's get back to these questions here.
Hey, this is along the lines of a question asked earlier, but coinciding with version 4 being made, are there any other characters from either your main videos or your personal ones that you'd like to revisit but just haven't had the opportunity to?
Oh, that's a good question. We haven't had the opportunity to.
Yeah, I did a personal channel video. I did a fidget spinner video where I was a rapper who plays with fidget spinners called Fidge God. And I'm waiting for the next stupid toy craze to take over America for the return of Fidge God. I envision a whole rap series where this guy plays with toys. So, looking forward to the day to return to that.
Probably the bedmaster. I would guess. Or, maybe the waster. I had a big roller. I had a lot of classics. It's hard to pick.
Are they retired?
They're not retired. You know what? I'm gonna film a bedmaster tonight. Why not? I got a bed.
Quality content. I gotta go. I wanted to do a follow-up to the Fig Revolution.
Yeah, dude.
And you, Rocco,
I've offered to help 1,000 times.
Rocco was going to me like, dude, you gotta do it, you gotta do it. That's
You were naked in the last one. You can't talk that.
I know, and it got demonetized. Just butt cheeks. Everyone's got butt cheeks.
Oh yeah.
No, I think one of these days.
I've been dying to do another anti-ISIS video or but YouTube has given me severe problems every time. With all of those, they've put either community strikes on them or demonetized them because they're the subject or something. I can't figure it out. It's like it's me swinging a lightsaber around. Who cares? But because I say ISIS, it's some issue. So I haven't done another one.
Do you put it in the tags?
I don't remember. Maybe I shouldn't.
If you put it in the tags of the description, it makes it demonetized
Yeah.
easier.
Okay.
Don't
Tag it with really positive stuff.
Yeah, I'll put my new puppy.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do. I'm telling everybody here right now. I'm gonna do a new video, anti-ISIS video, and it's gonna be called My New Puppy. But you know what it is. I'm gonna put on all my McDonald's gear, and I got a Gregorian Guard axe, and I'm just gonna, ISIS, you want to see my new puppy?
I will say YouTube's been rather restrictive lately, so we would post more stuff on Instagram. Video format there works pretty good. I know Doug Ham was talking about using Instagram too.
Yeah, I'm on Daily Motion. You want to look at me?
There you go.
All my good stuff. I'm not on Daily Motion. Next question.
Hey guys, I just want to thank you for putting this whole event together. It's just been fantastic.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. I want to preface this question with, so I've been binging Lost lately for the first time. And on the plane ride here, this was my first plane ride since watching this. And we had the slightest turbulence.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I was done for. Like, I might be on an island now for all I know. But I want to ask you, what is probably the time in your life when each of you has felt the most in danger, or like, you're just
Yeah, it was the stupid ass flight to Salt Lake City that one time. That was mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Garrett was asleep and he's like, it wasn't that bad.
The turbulence that we experienced, I cannot believe the plane did not crash. Like, I don't know how it's possible to be in a plane that does that without crashing. So, yeah, that's, I mean, I thought, Derek and I, we looked at each other and it was kind of like, this is it. Like, we didn't say it, it was like, I just got that vibe, like, we're gonna die.
We're like holding each other. Like, it was that bad.
There were those vibes, especially when you looked at the eyes of the flight attendants.
You were asleep.
Here's the reason I said it wasn't bad. I remember being so mad you guys woke me up because it's like, I would have slept through this terrible experience. You woke me up? I think so. I think you wanted to say goodbye.
I thought and my group called me. And Bob woke you up and go check this out.
I thought I was dreaming. Is this real? Shit.
Okay. But that was it. Thank you.
Hello. This is a Heart Slayer question, or just anyone who wants to offer any general dating advice.
Hey, get ready. Let me guess, you're in love with your best friend's girlfriend.
No. It's more or less a college story. So my girlfriend is going off to college here in like a couple months. So she's going to be out of state, so I'm not going to be able to see her as much as I'd like to. I was just wondering just some general advice on like how to maintain a good long distance relationship with something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be possible. No, you know what? We're going to come back with Heart Slayers soon, so you should call into our show now. Because I feel like I need to switch gears to do Heart Slayers. And I legitimately feel kind of like a phony going into like real advice mode and like jokey mode.
Don't be a Dr. Drew.
Yeah, it's different headspace. Yeah, I go to the scream space when I need to scream. I go to the serious space when I need to do Heart Slayers. I legitimately enjoy, like in high school, I always enjoyed like my friends' gossip and their relationship problems. So who doesn't, right? So that like really is a part of Heart Slayers that's really satisfying to me. So I enjoy doing the show and Meg enjoys it too. I'm gonna speak for you. She loves it. It's the best thing she's got going on in her life. She lives for Heart Slayers. So we're both dying to get back to it. You're gonna be okay. You and your girlfriend are gonna be beautiful. I can see it.
Yeah, FaceTime.
You should email into the show and he'll go into the specifics.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
I had a suggestion and a question, and it goes back to what Rocco was saying about working on something. Would you ever do a Tetris Effect video?
Oh yeah, that just came out. I haven't had a chance to play it because I've been here. But yeah, I heard it was great. Tetsuya Mitsuguchi, I saw him at PAX like a year ago or something, and his people were the people that helped us film the video with Sakaguchi. So when I came up to see him, they were all like, "Oh yeah, we got," and they talked with them, and they it seemed like they wanted to work on something together. I would have loved to do something for that, but it didn't happen. But yeah, I mean that game is like, it's like emotional Tetris. Yeah, like, I'm so in.
And the suggestion was if you did make it, the Tetris spot be like neon colored, and that way you can run through the.
I'm not gonna give it away. I'm not gonna give away secrets.
Okay.
But it will be in VR.
Oh, God.
Tetris games in VR.
Yeah, that's what got me the most excited about buying a new version of Tetris.
I want to be. I mean, I like being here, but I want to play it too. I should have brought it. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do lightning round and try to speed through the last questions as fast as we can.
We're going a bit over.
We are going a bit over.
Sean, at the end of the day here, we appreciate you sticking around with us.
Absolutely.
You know, Sean doesn't like it when we go long, but he's holding it together.
He's keeping it together.
All right. right, so as quickly as we can, we're going to answer all these questions. Go ahead, lightning round.
Okay, but coincidentally, me and my girlfriend are suffering tendonitis and traveled here. We just powered through. Is there any project or convention you guys powered through with like sickness or injury?
I was so sick leading up to this, and there was no plan for a cosplayers video, but we wrapped up the SNK video kind of early, and we had some days left, and I was like, man, I think they would really like new cosplayers, but I might die. No, I gotta do it. And then I thought, well, maybe this is a good headspace to be in to edit a cosplayers video. So that's why you have that guy underwater and shit. That was me just on NyQuil. So that's the only thing I can think of.
I went to a convention once. I don't remember where it was, but I got food poisoning on the way there.
Oh, it was in Texas.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. That was so loud there.
Oh, the barfing?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I was covering my head with a pillow and it wasn't enough. And it was just like, he's screaming it out.
He went to the scream space for the throw-up space.
I think I got some rotten yogurt in our layover to Los Angeles. So by the time we landed in Texas, I was just messed up. So the whole convention, I was sick and just trying to, mentally just wanted to become healthy enough to get on the plane to come home. So I was worried oh, am I gonna be so sick? I need to book extra days with this hotel. It's just a nightmare when you're that sick.
Yeah, I had I found out I had strep throat on my way to PAX East. I was so sick and it sucked. And I found some doctor in Boston of it was the weirdest place, and I had to it was just fucking nightmare. I was out of my mind. I don't know how I got to the place. It was just terrible.
You guys give me shit because I got sick. I got the flu legit in the middle of a PAX.
Yeah?
But else happened? It was the same weekend as the Fappening with Sony Hack.
Yeah.
The Sony Hack happened, and all these nudes went online.
And you went online, and that second you were gone.
Yeah. I never came back to the booth.
I happened to have the flu.
You wouldn't have got sick if you didn't lose all your vital fluids.
I know.
And I was trying to prove no, I'm really sick. Look at all these tissues in the corner. Wait, that looks this is just classic response.
All right. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Lightning round. Okay, lightning round.
So what's I think you guys don't shy away from this, but what product have you done a video for that you absolutely hate?
Oh, that we didn't end up liking the thing?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a good question. I want to say there's some game we did something for and it was oh, that didn't pan out.
Cold Fear.
Yeah, maybe Cold Fear. We did that back in the early 2000s and every reviewer was like, this is
for me, there was a game, I don't remember the name, but it was a Tom Clancy airplane game that you control.
Hawks.
Yeah, Hawks. With a headset, and that thing did not work. I was so excited for that game, and yeah, I was really disappointed.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Those guys love everything.
I said Cold Fear.
Oh, Cold Fear.
I'm with you, Cold Fear.
Have you guys ever thought of making a special DVD of all those short series you have on your personal channels, like Baby Ghost, Academy Pronunciation, Street Needle?
Yeah, I've talked about that a couple times. Maybe.
I mean, the hardest thing is all those videos, I don't have the raw file anymore. I just have thing on YouTube. Download that, but yeah, the quality's not gonna be.
See, I archive everything, so I have all of it. So my shit is gonna look so much better than Sean's. His bedmaster's gonna be all pixelated. I'm gonna have 4K unboxing ring just the wall. Such clarity in that metal door. Anyway, that's all.
Thank you.
Okay, lightning round. Here we go.
Hi, so with the many years of you creating fabulous content, what has kept your band together?
Friendship.
I fear change.
Money.
I honestly think the biggest reason we're still doing our thing is that we still do it all and we do what we want and we do what we think is, you know what I mean? We aren't beholden, we aren't held to this formula that we're a slave to, we're not, oh God, we have to have this type of video out Thursday. We never played that way and we still don't. And I really think that's what it is. We're not going crazy having to do something we don't like. We really work on the things we believe in and want to do, You know what I mean? Every now and then something happens where it's like, oh, why did we do this? But, you know, that's bound to happen. But in general, I think we do what we want, so it still works. You know?
I'm gonna give a sappy answer too. We all met in high school when we were really young, so we were friends before we started doing Mega64. So any problems that we had with Mega64, it was always like, Mega64 could collapse, but you know, I don't want to lose this friendship that I have with these guys. I think other groups maybe come together and the goal is to create something. Maybe they weren't friends beforehand, so if that creative project falls apart, they have no problem like, F these guys, I'm walking away, I'm doing the next thing. But Mega64 is stuck together for so long because we have roots. Like we've gone back so far, and it would be like a life-changing thing to just walk away from this group of friends now. So
Yeah.
you know, kind of like family in that way.
I made the realization that I met Rocco 20 years ago. It's crazy. Yeah.
I started watching you 20 years ago.
What's that?
I started watching you 20 years ago.
Whoa.
Okay, that's you were in
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's two parts, but they're really quick.
Okay.
Using the bathroom, clothes all the way off or clothes on.
I mean, we're at home?
Yeah.
Okay, because at the office I can't.
Taking a shower all the way on.
Oh, I guess I'm in the second part.
I don't take my clothes off, but when I use the public urinal, I pull my pants down to my ankles. That's how I've always done it.
I want people to walk into the room and see butt.
Do you? Legitimately, like a few weeks ago, I saw that.
Everyone's want to see usually a kid.
The kid does it, yeah. No one's told me to see it. No, it wasn't a kid, but, you know.
I was, hey, we brought this up, Kevin, you and I brought this up on the podcast once. That one time we went to Disneyland, we went to the secret bathroom. It's not a secret, on Main Street. And we went in there and it was like a whole family of just asses. Like, they were all just pants down at the urinal. It was like, oh.
That's the way we do it in concrete.
Yeah, that was weird. That was like some David Lynch shit. Like,
I guess and then it's also really quick. Wipe standing up or sitting down.
All right, this is a lightning round.
We gotta move on. Next question.
I know why. Political side.
So this one's more for Rocco and Garrett, but if you guys, have, answers to this one, feel free to chip in. But whether it's for Rocco's personal collection or for Garrett's spinning, what's some records or a list of records that you've always wanted in your personal collection?
Oh,
Just for Rocco.
That's a good question.
It's hard because I don't really know what's out there that I don't
Yeah.
have. I mean, there's a lot out there that I don't have.
I have an answer.
Derek might have.
I really get a kick out of thrift store shopping for like classic records, and I've had a lot of like success finding like Beatles records, which is so many times I'm in a thrift store and some like old dude will walk in to the like lady behind the counter. He's like, "Where are your records? I'm looking for all the Beatles albums for my daughter." I've been there like multiple times.
You heard that?
Yeah, like the misconception is like, "Oh, let's go get all the Beatles records at the thrift store," and every time the one's like, "Are you kidding? Like those are extremely rare. These are like." Herb Edwards' Tijuana Brass records.
If that, I was always Christmas music.
Yeah, but I've actually found like a ton of like I just comb through, so I'm always looking for like those old classic like rock and roll albums. But I want to get them for $1. I don't want to pay $20. They have to be like $5 or less.
Not even at a Rasputin?
Rasputin's just for shitty DVDs. And they're out of business now, so.
Yeah,
There's a Country Bears record. I don't have that, so I guess.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, lightning round. We really gotta go fast.
So the look of the costumes and the props that you guys have in your version DVDs, how much of that is looks the way it does because of budget versus what's coming out of your head?
It depends. The stuff that you guys kind of tasked me to make, it's definitely what comes out of my head, but that is also budget, because especially version 1, 2, 3 wasn't a lot of budget. Towards version 3, there definitely was when I hit them up for, hey, I got some receipts, I bought some stuff. But a lot of times it's like, hey, what do we have? What's in the garage? What's in our costume closet, stuff like that, what can we repurpose? It's definitely got its own look, but.
And there's a charm to it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you see version 4 when it finally comes out, there's a lot of like way cooler locations and stuff in it. Like there's a lot more effort put into it than ever before, but there's still tons of like neon lights and goofy props like that because it really feels like the aesthetic.
Keep that look. I like Mod podging those like lights on that mask for like hours. Like that's kind of like we're still doing that same stuff I did way back then to keep it. I wanted to have the same feel, but also look nicer. But you still feel like it's a garage.
Our style came out of not having a budget, so it's just ended up what it looks like now.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thanks.
All right, we're almost done. You guys doing
Lightning round.
So I had two, but now it's just one of the quicker one.
Nice.
What's your favorite dashboard confessional song?
It's gaming infidelities.
Yeah, about that. Yes.
I would have to think about that. I'll get back to you later. So many good ones. All right, next. Chris Carrabba is just an amazing artist.
So I'm a huge fan of the Flame War Theory series, and I was wondering, what was your favorite one, and will there be season 2 coming soon?
My favorite one was that's a good question.
My favorite one I wasn't even in, but it was the nude cheat, or what was it?
Nude cheat.
The nude cheat. I mean, I wasn't even there for that one, but it's so funny.
But Garrett going, so am I.
Yes, so am I.
I really got into that character too. But I think Mario Monks is my favorite.
Mario Monks,
Mario Monks stands out.
Because why does that exist? Yeah.
I like to look your Steakhead because I did a good performance in that one.
You did.
All right, next question.
Yeah, and hopefully there will be more, but who knows?
Hey, so I've been lucky enough to actually kind of do stuff with you guys, and but one thing that's bothered me is I had a meeting with you guys at a certain place.
Okay.
At a network.
This is sound machine.
I made a show with Mega64. They were really cool guys, and they let me help them.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to talk about this?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, you tell me.
Okay, I'm
just
We were pitching a show around and he helped
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
And at one point, a network asked you if you would ever make a movie with them, and you said no.
I said no.
Yeah.
I think this can't be right, because we definitely would have said yes.
I remember very clearly you said no.
And network said, you make a movie for us.
Well, they didn't say what they said, would you ever? Kind of. You don't remember this?
No, none of us remember this. Just to clarify, because nobody has any idea what's going on, Spencer worked with a production company that wanted to potentially make a TV show with us. But now you're informing us there was a movie deal that we weren't heard of?
No, not quite like that. It was never you don't remember this.
I don't remember this.
What was the network?
It didn't bother me since that day.
If we said no,
Really?
it was 100% a joke.
It must have been. Oh my god, and you must have taken it seriously.
That's why we don't joke, you idiots.
Can you just jog our memory? What was the conversation?
Okay, so the situation was we had sent over everything. They were really interested.
Yeah.
And
We were excited.
Yeah, it was a very exciting meeting. And then they said, yeah, so a series is a big order and all that, but have you ever thought about just a movie? And Derek, I remember so specifically saying, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, stop. Look, I'm not gonna say you're a liar. But that goes against every fiber of my being.
Yeah, that's all Derek wants to do is make
I'm sitting in a room with some producers who say, you want to make a movie? And my response is, nah, really? That's what I said. No way.
I think Hollywood is poison.
Can you call them back up and say that if we need to say yes?
You get that network on the phone.
I feel like you're fucking with us right now.
We're gonna have meetings about this later. What the fuck do we do?
Yeah, well, I don't recall saying that. I don't think you guys recall me saying that.
I don't, but Jesus Christ, I wish you
But you said I said it, so I believe you. But I'm just confused as to where this conversation took place.
We shot ourselves in the foot again, guys.
Damn it.
Well, Spencer, Tell them that we were joking. Anyways, thanks.
Thank you.
That thing's like shit now.
Okay.
Hey,
Lightning round.
when I first heard you guys, I was a big fan of Rooster Teeth at the time, and you did a video with them for
Shut up, Eric.
You did a video with them for immersion where you trash talked some guy with a gun.
Right.
And that was my first exposure to you, and I was like, wow, I really don't like these guys.
Yeah.
And then a couple years later, I grew out of Rooster Teeth, and I discovered
Eric just grew into Rooster Teeth.
So now really to you guys, so I'm wondering, is there a YouTube channel or somebody that like first impression was not good, and after a while like, oh, this is like the tightest shit ever?
Oh yeah.
I know one for Rocco.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them that are like that, you know. Most stuff that I really love, I hate at first because it's something that like challenges me. You know what I mean? So it's like, what are you doing? And then it's like, okay, this is great. No, I'll say that one honestly. Like, yeah, the first time I saw Keith Apicary, I was like, what are you doing? Like, is this I could not wrap my brain around what this guy was doing. And then it was like, oh, this is great. Oh, this rules, you know? So yeah, but that guy's like physically like incredible. But other than that, I don't know. Anything you can think of?
No, but I'm the same way. I'm very like critical and judgmental, so.
I get that way with movies. That's most of my favorite movies, I'll see like Eyes Wide Shut and I'll be like, that was a piece of shit. Nothing happened. And then I'm still thinking about it a month later and I'm like, okay, yeah, you got me. It's like that's how I wrestle with the things that I end up loving. So.
And honestly, like before I met the person, Tommy Tallarico kind of rubbed me the wrong way, just from what I perceived from his like television persona. But then like meeting him in person.
You got it.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, this guy. Okay, this guy rules.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for your question. We're almost done with the lightning round. Go ahead.
All right. So, how have you guys managed the transition from Mega64 as kind of like something you were doing in the garage with your friends on public access to now being like the whole phenomenon you are, making money off of it and all that stuff?
Very slowly.
Yeah, it really, I think that's a big factor too, why we're still doing stuff, is that we didn't rush into anything. It's so crazy, the company that owns Smosh, I don't know if you heard about this, it like went under. I don't know if you're up to date on Smosh news, but the company that they sold Smosh to just collapsed. And then they started talking about their deal, and it was like, Smosh like sold their group to this company for no money like a decade ago or something like that. And it was this whole thing, and like a lot of them weren't happy with it. We never done anything like that. Like we've had all these kinds of deals come our way, and it's like, no, like we want to think about this, and like, and a lot of times people rag on us for kind of like, not being quick enough to do, but I don't know. It's like, I feel like we're still here because we take our time and do things right in the way that we see it.
But we should have made that movie.
Yeah, that's where we screwed up.
Yeah, the key to navigating the transition is say no to all the movie offers you get.
Yeah, so it's hard to get, kind of thing. Anyway, thank you. Okay, the last two questions, real quick.
All right, this is a merch question.
Okay.
When are we getting another anime trash bag collab?
Oh, hey. When?
Soon? Thumbs up for soon?
We got an email?
Oh,
we have an email.
You emailed them back and said no. Do you remember that?
Oh my god.
Why did you do that? Anyway, so hopefully soon I'll love that stuff. Their stuff is awesome. Cool. Okay, final question. Here it is.
Last question.
Grand finale.
So, are you guys ever going to make a Christopher Demon plush? For any new Mega64 fans out there.
That'd be sick.
Sure.
Personally, I would rather see a Spears Bonham Carter plush. Do a whole collection.
You know what? What you see is what you get.